while I'm doing mobile calls today, I want to show you guys something. Oxygen sensors. Let's talk about oxygen sensors. Just because you see an oxygen sensor, guys, doesn't mean change oxygen sensors. I want to stress that to you, okay? Oxygen sensors, you can look at it something like this. When you go to the doctor, you know how they take a sample of your poop and they test your poop and say, oh, you got this, you got that, oh man, you got colon cancer or whatever it is. That's the same thing an oxygen sensor does. It tells you what your motor is doing. It tells you what your motor is doing. So if you're sucking air somewhere in the motor, of course it's going to go through the engine, it's going to go out the exhaust, and it's going to tell you that you have a problem. Maybe air, maybe low fuel pressure, maybe bad fuel pump, maybe you got a misfire. The oxygen sensor is going to tell you, because that's coming out of the car. It's called the tailpipe for a reason. All right, so think of it as that. It's just like testing your poop. All right, so my poop tested. This vehicle's already been to 3 other mechanics. I was here for like 10 minutes and looking over the scan tool. The only thing the scan tool had was a p0171. If you look down here, what I seen immediately, now I don't know how good you guys can see on this video, but down there on the, you see there's an oxygen sensor down there. All right, now I'm changing the flange gasket, and if you look really close, my arms are not that long. If you look where the bolt hole goes, you'll see that bolt hole. You'll see darkness where the exhaust is spitting out, because you probably can't see that very well. Oh, here it is. Here's the old gasket, all chewed up. It's supposed to look something like that. This is our first thing we need to correct, and you can hear it. It's going. So you know, it's, I don't know what these mechanics think about out here, guys. You guys got to do better. If you're out here being a mobile tech, you can't have no comebacks. You don't guess, you always test everything, and you listen, you tune into the motor. The motor and you are one kind of thing, you know? Yeah, it's like that. Hey, this is crazy. Yeah, maybe a little bit. So anyways, let's get to it. Let's pop that new one in there. This new one pops in like this, but guys, the new one pops in like this. And once you get these, once you get those bolts out of here, you can pull the, you got to take that side off and this side, by the way. So, and you'll buy a new gasket and it'll look like this. This is a 2015 Chevy Silverado. It'll come like that. It'll have the sleeve mounted to the old one. This one is not mounted, obviously. Shoot up everywhere, inside and outside. So it'll come like that, and then you reach down in your motor like this if you have the Silverado, and you can stick it in the hole like that. It goes into the hole like that. The beveled side goes towards the back of the motor, and we should have a good seal. So I popped the new one in there already. Let's go ahead and get this thing back together again. We'll check for leaks and noise, and that'll be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace both these gaskets, and that one's just like a bracelet. It's round. That one's a donut. The passenger side is one of those round ones that you stick in a groove. Real easy to do. So I'll pop that out and pop the new one in there. It'll take me a whole 5 minutes to do that, hopefully, as long as it pops out of that groove easily, and put it back together again.